What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video on AJ5, and in today's video guys we do have an update on AMP, which again has not been following a similar pattern to the crypto market. However, yes, it has gained value earlier on last week and right now is going for a little bit of a dip. It is down just over a percentage in the last 24 hours, nothing major. But what we'll be going through in today's video is looking at what is AMP's next target for the rest of 2024 and going into 2025. Is this a crypto to be investing into? Is it one to avoid, or is it one to be holding on to for the long term before it essentially just breaks out? So we'll be covering both buyers and sellers point of view and also looking at its short term and long term prediction. But before I get into all of that stuff guys, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to go down and smash that subscribe button as well as like the video, as I am trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you guys can help me hit that target, I will be doing a cryptocurrency giveaway which you guys can join by simply subscribing to the channel, and for a bonus entry follow me on Instagram. Link to that will be in the description box down below. So we are currently looking at the candlestick pattern chart with the Fibonacci scale, and as you guys can see, the crypto did break out of the red zone about 3 to 4 days ago into the green zone. However, it literally just straight away dropped back down into the red zone, and that is where it's been stabilizing around its current price range of 0.004552 cents. So is it likely to drop down further? Is it likely to go back into the green zone later on in December? We'll go through that very shortly, but for now let me hide this and bring out the usual MACD indicator to do some price prediction, as I'm pretty sure that's what most of you guys are here for. So we are looking at the daily chart, and at the top we've got the purple line running across the chart, which is the SMA indicator, giving us the average value of AMP, which is here in purple, and the actual value of AMP is here in green. They're pretty much very close to each other, so it is pretty much on target and performing like it's meant to. So let's zoom in into the 30-minute chart for the short-term traders, and then I'll move on to the hourly, daily and weekly chart for the long-term investors like myself. But before I do that guys, just a little disclaimer. As usual, this is no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is from my own prediction and my take on this crypto, and any gains or losses you guys make I will not be responsible for. So zooming into the 30-minute chart here, we do have the blue and the orange line looking quite bearish, heading towards the negative direction, and we can see that the MACD line, which is a blue line, is below the signal line, which is the red line, meaning it is not performing too well and is likely to go through more drops in value over the next 12 to 14 hours. So in the early hours of tomorrow midday, the crypto is likely to hit more red candles, especially that it is below the baseline as well, proves that it is likely to hit more red candles over the coming hours. However, it's not going to be a major drop or a major crash, anything like that. It is likely to be a minimal drop in value. Of course, do expect the odd green candles in between to stabilize it, but the overall outcome at the moment does seem to be more on the negative side rather than the positive side. Moving on to the hourly chart here, with the next couple of days, again we still have the MACD line below the signal line here, which means more drops in value are expected from AMP over the coming days. So essentially by mid next week, according to the graph, an overall drop in value is what is expected. However, I am expecting Bitcoin to be heading over $95,000 over the next 24 to 48 hours, which should have a positive impact on the crypto market, and it should be heading towards the $100,000 mark by the end of this month or early next month, which again should boost the crypto market in a bullish direction, which of course involves AMP as well. So if Bitcoin does manage to hit those targets, then yes, we should see AMP heading upwards at a much higher value than where it is at the moment, heading over at least 0.0052 cents in value is where I'm expecting AMP to be heading towards by, let's say, by mid next week, so end of November. So moving on to the daily chart here, next couple of weeks, now we're looking a little bit more promising. We have the MACD line trading above the signal line in red here, meaning it is quite bullish. So towards the very end of this year, early next year, so January 2025, an overall increase in value is again expected from AMP. So I'm not going to say it's going to hit the 1 cent target because that is pushing the limits a little bit, but getting closer to the 1 cent target is what I would say I'm expecting or predicting from AMP over the next 6 to 8 weeks, guys. So slow and steady increases in value always wins the race. So yes, of course, red candles are expected in between, but again, the overall outcome does seem to be more on the positive side. So bringing on the Bollinger Bands, as you guys can see, has been quite volatile, and right now, yes, it is in the zone, which means as I predicted it to drop a little bit further. However, earlier on in the week, it did basically trade above the upper bands. As you guys can see, it did go out a little bit, which has resulted in a little pullback, which it has gone through earlier today and yesterday, and it is likely to keep dropping a little bit further down towards the blue zone here, the purple line here, before it bounces back up towards the end of this week and early next week, making an overall increase in value as predicted earlier on in the video. So heading back into the CoinMarketCap website here, we can see the trading volume has dropped down by 5% in the last 24 hours, making it just over $23 million in trading, which is again not as much. However, as you guys can see, over the week the trading volume was quite high earlier on in the week on the 16th and 17th of November when the crypto was pumping quite a bit. However, since then the trading volume has been on the decline, as you guys can see, just dropping down over the last couple of days, but it should climb back up over the coming week, as I mentioned, once the crypto heads upwards, gaining some value up around 15 to 20% is what I would say I'm expecting an increase of over the coming week, and we should also see the trading volume climbing up slowly. So over the week it is 7% up, and over the month it is, it has more or less fluctuated. So the crypto pump did have a minimal effect on AMP, however not as much of an effect as majority of the other cryptocurrencies, which I have been covering on my channel, so make sure you go check those out if you haven't yet. But yeah, AMP has a future. I'm holding AMP myself, and I will be holding on to it for the long term, but at the moment I'm just holding back, waiting for it to pump up much higher than where it is at the moment. Let me know in the comment section down below, how high are you guys expecting this crypto to go in 2024, as I'm very intrigued to see how many of you guys are bullish and how many of you guys are bearish on this crypto, especially that the crypto market is booming at the moment. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys, for today's video. I'm not going to keep you guys here for any longer. I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you who have been subscribing, liking, commenting, and just supporting the channel in any way or form, and especially all the subscribers out there. Thank you guys so much, as it helps me out a lot and means a lot to me, as I am trying to hit 100k by the end of the year. And at the end of the day, guys, it is free to subscribe, so why don't you go down and smash that subscribe button and like the video, and I catch all of you guys in my next crypto update, which should hopefully be later on today or tomorrow. Until then, take care and peace.